Well, hello guys, welcome back. I was writing a lovely country song for y'all cuz I had one of those days today. It was a really good country song too about got up today, got a call. Ain't gonna get insurance if they don't have this paper. Walk the paper up and it's ice everywhere. And a man was honking at me in his car to get off the road. But it's bad out there, and I can't feel my face. I've lost feeling in my feet, but I got the paper there. Came home the same way. Think I might need to go to the hospital. Lovely song. I'm well aware I can't sing. I do it on the other channel to torment them, but yeah. Um, the insurance saga continues. He called today and he goes, well, you know all that paperwork you got up here? And I'm like, yeah, on the day it was freezing cold and there's ice everywhere. What about it? It wasn't good enough. Today it's even colder. It's in the teens and the wind chill is really bad. And you're out there for like 5 seconds and like you can't feel your skin. I like still can't quite feel my skin. And I was bundled up too, and it was brutal to be out there, and I wanted to cry. He goes, well, you can wait. I'm like, yeah, y'all know my luck about waiting for stuff. If I waited, because he says you could have till like January 12th. If I waited, either the rules would have changed or the weather would have went into historic lows, because it's usually like we max out at -10 here, but it's gonna be like in 0 and -3 and so at night for stuff. So I figure today it ain't quite as bad as it's gonna be. So I'm getting up there. So that's what I did today. But I kind of made out. I don't know if I have insurance. I don't. But my friend gave me pizzelles. And I was saying this year I wanted the Italian stuff and I didn't have it. So I got pizzelles and salmon spread from the one friend. Went next door, and she didn't give me anything, but I got myself hot roast beef and a drink. And she gives you potato salad too. And it's like, I can't eat all this at once, so potato salad's in there. And then, stopped by the auto parts store, because I haven't seen those people in months. And I said, honestly, I came in to warm up, because it's so bitter cold out there. And I'm walking, like, I can barely see, because when these are all smeary and everything from the coatings, I couldn't tell if I was walking on cement, ice, wet cement, whatever. I could kind of see the snow and see where the cement was, but it was kind of like being blindfolded and walking on this stuff. And so it was taking me a real long time. It wasn't like I was walking at a brisk pace and it was okay. And so I stopped in there and he gave me a calendar. And I love these calendars. They got those girls on them, those pretty girls. They're decent. They're not like done pinup style. They're more demure. Got those ladies on there. And the first car for December is a Ford Fairlane. I love that car. That is like one of those cars that if you could have, I would have it. And it's like the convertible. And it's got the red and the white on. Oh, I want that. I want that car. I want that car. Whoever owns that car, I'm coming to take it. And so, yeah, that happened. And a funny thing that happened is I come in the morning, and I'm kind of backtracking here, but you guys are used to this. And I listen to the comments, and I have been having kind of a hard night last night. Not too hard, but I was thinking about, you know, how the aunties used to get and how they used to ride me because of my weight, and they basically said, you know, if I couldn't lose the weight, I wasn't, you know, wasn't worth knowing. And I'm not saying that so you feel bad. I'm just saying that so you know, if you're new to the channel, why I don't talk about my relatives over the holidays. And they were just so stressing me out, and I kept trying to tell them. I said I was blacking out, I was getting sick, my body was shutting down and I wasn't eating because I have to go on a starvation diet to literally lose any weight. And they wouldn't listen, so finally had to walk away. And it wasn't just that, they were verbally abusive people. So, I had enough of it because I had it growing up with my daddy, so I had enough of them. And I kind of like, it came back to me what they said because they hadn't called for the holidays. Thank the gods they did not try to make Christmas some kind of drama. They did not call. And I'm like, good. And a video came up about them today. And it was kind of Loki's way of reminding me what they were like. And I felt better because you know how people guilt you into dealing with people, but you shouldn't. You always shouldn't, because somebody posted something on it was either Facebook or Pinterest, about, go home for the holidays unless it's going to stress you out and your family's terrible, then by all means don't go home. And with my case, it's like that. With the one aunt and uncle that live like states away, we get along, but they're busy and they're living their life, so, I hardly get to talk to them. But with the ones right here, they got into their head that if I'm not super skinny, I'm not worth knowing. And, that's not a healthy way to be. If the only reason you are starving yourself and damaging your body is to be with people, then that's not a healthy way to be. If I could lose weight just eating what I eat now, and I don't truly eat that much, I would naturally lose weight. I'm naturally a bigger person. It runs on my mom's side of the family. So, Loki's kind of been, poking at me to deal with that. Coffee. I've got the mic here, and I'm still getting used to it, so I apologize if the sound quality isn't good yet. But yeah, that was today. But I'm actually in a good mood because, when I went up to the friend's house for Christmas Eve, nobody said you need to go on a diet. Not Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Nobody said you have to go on a diet. In fact, they kept trying to feed me. Feed me more, feed me more. So, you've got people that accept you for who you are and what you are. And you've got people that don't. And if at all possible, be with the people that accept you. I know you can't always not be with the people that don't accept you, but, as I've said before, treat them like a toxic substance. Have as little contact with them as possible. So yeah, I actually enjoyed it because, for them to proclaim that they're these great Catholics and to not reach out to somebody at Christmas, well, that's on them. Some people might not agree with me, but I feel as Lokeans, we should know that if every time we go somewhere something bad happens, stop going. If at all possible. I mean, sometimes you can't get out of a situation, I know that. But, it's like being a little fox. If every time the fox went somewhere something bad happened, the fox would not go back. So, there you go. It's not the most cheerful video. But that's kind of what came up. And it came up with him, too, that I was playing a game for the other channel. And I really could not play this game really well. And I've just been feeling, like, tired and wrung out lately. And he said, you know what? Don't worry about playing that game, because I'm going back to doing all this stuff just to get views. And, it's kind of a train into you when you do YouTube. And everything. He said, play something you like. I don't care what it is, but do both these channels to make you happy. Don't worry about, making viewers happy, because viewers are so fickle. They ask for something, then they never watch it. So that's going on. But in the midst of all this, I had this really strong pull last night. Really strong pull about that, you probably don't know about, but the Bonnie inflatable. And, long story short, he's coming. Now, it's going to be, like, very tight for me for the, coming month. But I was like, you know what? I usually don't indulge myself like that. Like, if I got the books, I used Being points, so I either didn't pay anything for them or I paid, like, $1 or so. And the same thing with everything else I bought for myself. I, kept using Being points towards it, so I paid very little for stuff. I figured, you know what? I usually, you guys know, I usually don't indulge myself. And there was just something about this thing. So I will have a 7-foot-tall Bonnie back here. And his head moves. He's air blown. If he lights up, I may marry him. I'm kidding. But, yeah. It's going to be interesting because he's the one that scares me. So he's the one that has pride of place. Like he's on top over there where I have the masks. I have them like set up on the wall. He's the first one. And he's where I can see him in the cabinets. And he's up where I can see him over here. The poster's like right next to me. So yeah, Bonnie be stalking me. But yeah. And even, it was funny, you know how I went and I set up all this altar stuff and everything. And I thought the gods loved it so much, and they do, and I do use it. And then they were like, you know, you could move that and bring more plushes back in. I'm like, what? After we dedicated these altars, and we did all this, and they've kind of been like poking at me to do it. So I don't know what they're up to. And I'm like, you really don't want an altar now, do you? This is why I tell you, don't rush out and get all your money and spend it on statues and such, because then one day they're like, yeah, I really don't need an altar. I don't want one. Can you take it down? I don't want it. It's like, fine. Whatever. I don't think they really care. If I had the storage space, and kind of do in the basement, I think they'd all be like, you know what, take down all the altars, do whatever you want. And then, as need be, drag out a statue or so. They're not, you know, our gods really, we like having the stuff. I grew up Catholic, so I love statues and stuff, but they're really, really laid back. In last bit of news, the candle I got for $1. Remember how excited I was? I got that election day. It smells so good. It smells so good. I've been burning it. I burned it yesterday, and I burned it today. I burned it Christmas Day. Yeah, I'm finding pleasure in the simple things. Got my coffee here. Got the heater on. Got the other heater on. Kind of learning how to use this equipment. If I'm really low energy, those will be the days you won't get any post-production. If I'm more energy, you'll be getting it, but I won't say which. If it sounds decent to me, then I might not do post-production, but if it doesn't, then I'll do it. It's not like it's just a lot of work. I don't mind doing the work. It's just like the mental energy isn't there. But, you know, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope the holidays didn't wear you out too. I know my hair's all like a mess, and I look terrible from having been out. Ugh, I apologize. But I will see you guys later. I'm going to go see if I can get some of the filming back in my face. So I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.